Are you a Verstappen fan? We know it's going to be a deafening yes. But are you not definitely ready for the tea we're about to spill? Sure, you've heard the buzz about Hamilton's switch to Ferrari, but did you catch wind of the domino effect it's causing? But while the world's busy ogling over driver swaps, there's a backstage drama brewing at Red Bull. Who is at the center of it all? None other than Christian Horner himself. Now, if you've thought the plot twists in F1 were reserved for the racetrack, that's not true. With every passing day, the tension at Red Bull HQ is thicker than Pirelli slicks on a scorching hot track. So, what's the deal with Horner? From the get-go, there were whispers in the wind about more than just a simple clash between Horner and his female colleague. This wasn't shaping up to be a full-blown battle royale, with Red Bull's top brass duking it out behind the scenes. We're talking about a showdown of epic proportions between the Austrian bigwigs and the Thai majority owners of Red Bull. And smack dab in the middle of this corporate clash, none other than Red Bull's own motorsport advisor, caught in the crossfire like a deer in headlights. Who will emerge victorious in this battle for power and influence? Will alliances be forged, or will the bridges be burned? Only time will tell. Now entered Helmut Marko, Max's trusted confidant, and the Vason camp, led by the formidable duo of Max and Jos, each with their own grand visions for the future of Red Bull. In a showdown of epic proportions, where Red Bull's bigwigs square off against corporate giants like Ford and Oracle, now here's where things get really interesting. Some folks argue that the boardroom was buzzing with concerns about Red Bull's reputation taking a hit amidst the scandal. Others whisper of fears of losing Horner, whose charisma and sway could make or break deals fast. But just when you thought the dust was settling, chaos came knocking once again. Red Bull's announcement of her Horner's clearance seemed like a sigh of relief, a return to normalcy. Yet, as the sun set on Thursday evening, two mysterious emails dropped like bombs. Who sent these cryptic missives? It seems like there are some shady characters lurking in the shadows, actively plotting to bring Horner down. We're talking about folks with deep-rooted connections to the Red Bull empire, both professionally and personally. Now, if you're wondering who could possibly have the motive and means to work out such a devious plan, look no further than Verstappen. The man has been stirring up whispers in the paddock for ages, with his disagreements with Horner no secret to anyone who's been paying attention. Max Verstappen's impassioned statements leave little room for doubt. He's got his sights set on seeing Horner out the door. And as long as the Dutchman remains in the picture, the team's unity hangs by a thread. It's a tale as old as time, power struggles, rivalries, and egos clashing. It seems like Verstappen's not just playing the victim card, he's flipping the script and turning into the puppet master behind the scenes. But there's a big difference between wishing for change and actively stirring the pot to make it happen. Now, whether Verstappen's just along for the ride or driving this drama train full throttle remains to be seen. But one thing's for sure, he's positioned himself to cash in big time if the leadership at Red Bull takes a U-turn. Behind the smoke and mirrors of the F1 circus, there is a grand chess game at play. Contracts, future plans, and the very essence of Red Bull's presence in F1 are all on the line. And at the heart of it all lies Horner, the glue holding this high-speed operation together. See, Horner's presence at Red Bull isn't just symbolic, it's essential. His steady hand has kept the ship afloat, providing a sense of stability that's crucial for top executives, like Chief Technology Officer Adrian Ney. But word on the street is that some of these execs have escaped clauses in their contracts, ready to jump ship if Horner bids adieu. And guess who else has a similar clause in his contract? You guessed it, Verstappen himself. With his deal keeping him locked in until 2028, he's got the keys to the kingdom, ready to make a move if the opportunity arises. Now, why would Verstappen want to hit the open road? Well, for starters, he's not the same wide-eyed rookie who first strapped into the cockpit. As a free agent, Verstappen could command a king's ransom in salary. nabbing a deal that's as sweet as victory champagne on the podium. And let's not forget about the perks. Better marketing rights, greater freedom to call the shots, you name it. Verstappen's not just thinking about the here and now, he's eyeing the long game. With the winds of change blowing through Formula One, who's to say what the future holds? New engine rules in 2026 could shake up the competitive landscape, leaving Red Bull's power unit in the dust. And if Verstappen's stuck in a sinking ship, he might find himself longing for greener pastures elsewhere. After all, as the saying goes, the grass is always greener on the other side. With the looming threat of his current run of success hitting a roadblock in 2026, Verstappen's eyeing the exit door, and teams are lining up to welcome him in with open arms. Now, if Verstappen becomes a free agent, you can bet your last pit stop dollar that there won't be a shortage of suitors vying for his signature. And guess who's been lurking in the shadows, just waiting for their chance to swoop in? None other than Mercedes, the powerhouse of German engineering. It's no secret that Mercedes had their eye on Verstappen back in his junior days, but lost out to Red Bull when they couldn't guarantee him a spot in F1. Now, with the Dutch dynamo up for grabs once again, Toto Wolff's ears are practically twitching with excitement. You see, Wolff's been nursing a grudge ever since Verstappen slipped through his fingers, and the prospect of luring him back into Mercedes is like a dream come true. It's why he's digging in his heels and refusing to let go of young talent like Antonio Kimi Antonelli, determined not to let history repeat itself. As Wolff himself once lamented, with Red Bull acquiring Verstappen, we lost a young driver. And now, as Verstappen's star continues to rise, the stakes have never been higher. With a cockpit up for grabs in 2025 and a young talent like Antonelli still in the developmental stages, Mercedes sees Verstappen as the perfect successor to the throne. Just like a superstar in the making here. Speed, skill, and global appeal, all rolled into one package that would make any team drool. And let's not forget about the brand power of Mercedes. Snatching up talent like Verstappen isn't just about winning races, it's about cementing their status as the ultimate powerhouse in Formula One. Plus, if they can weaken their rival Red Bull in the process, well, that's just the cherry on top of the podium. Rumor has it that Verstappen and Wolff have been spotted in deep conversation, with whispers of secret meetings and clandestine dinners. The fate of Horner hangs in the balance. Will he stay or will he go? As the campaign to discredit him ramps up, Horner's grip on his position becomes more tenuous by the day. Even if he's as certain as a straight way on the track about staying put, his destiny ultimately lies in the hands of the bigwigs, in Red Bull's boardrooms and their eagle-eyed corporate sponsors. And let's not forget about Toto Wolff, the mastermind pulling the strings from the sidelines. He's keeping a close watch on the situation, ready to pounce on any unexpected opportunities that may arise. But he knows better than to count his chickens before they hatch. After all, he's got his own house to get in order first. Sure, Verstappen might be the apple of Mercedes' eye, but even the allure of joining the Silver Arrows won't mean much if the F1 vehicle can't keep up pace with the competition. It's like Wolff wisely said when asked about Verstappen potentially driving for Mercedes in 2025. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. After all, when asked about Verstappen potentially joining Mercedes, he didn't slam the door shut. Helmut Marko is the man with his finger on the pulse of Red Bull's inner workings. And according to him, the idea of Verstappen jumping ship to Mercedes isn't as far-fetched as it might seem. In fact, he wouldn't be surprised if Horner already had a word with the Dutch dynamo about a potential switch. Verstappen's as loyal as they come, and for now, he's standing firm in the Red Bull camp. Horner's pulling out all the stops to keep the team together. But with factions within Red Bull gunning for his head, who knows what the future holds? So what is your take on all of this? Let us know in the comments section. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Until next time.